right, here we go. We've been waiting for it all day. The ISC, or I guess we've been waiting for it for 3 weeks now, because we haven't had any video content for the last 2 weeks. So really excited to just have some. Obviously, it's a 4.8 patch report, so it's going to be, I guess, things that most of us already know. But in case you don't know, you'll hear about it now. This is the Inside Star Citizen patch report. So here we go.
May is known for combat in the Star Citizen universe, or at the very least, celebrating the various combat vehicles that defend, destroy,
like
or otherwise dominate the more adversarial aspects of life in the PU. And this year, we bring that to the forefront like never before with next week's publish of Alpha 4.8 and the long-awaited Tactical Strike Group's release.
Possibly again, no mention of crafting.
With Tactical Strike Groups, you and a select cadre of companions can pull together a small collection of ships designed to overcome a variety of mission objectives and achieve ultimate victory in our first dedicated teamwork-designed spaceship-based PvE combat release.
Once you get these fighters off us, I'll fill you in on the situation.
I guess does it feel like ultimate victory when you complete the mission? Right? That's one kind of thing that it hasn't felt. Look at what he's flying. I paused at a really good time. So the thing that mattered to me was the internals of this. And it's got a great cockpit view, the M80. The MFDs are just holographic. Not loving those, would say that. Like the deciding factor of will I fly this thing was on the cockpit. It's got 4 size 4s. Do we like that? Do we not like that? We could even take a look at maybe top speeds here a little bit. So I'm going to scroll back a tiny bit. And we'll see. Maybe we see some top speeds here.
Once you get these fighters off us, I'll fill you in on the situation.
Here, you'll come to the aid of a valiant People's Alliance Idris that is locked in mortal combat with the Vanduul tech thieves calling themselves the Shattered Blade. You know, those same ones that you've been unknowingly
Hollow MFD is your favorite origin touch? See, I don't like them that much.
Chasing since you braved the Tempest and Stormbreaker about this time last year. They've taken hostages and holed up in a previously abandoned and newly fortified extraction station. The mission, take out their forces, disable or survive the turrets,
good hit, nice work,
fly inside and bring down the power, and then board the station and recover the hostage.
Does anybody wish it didn't have any FPS involved in it? I kind of wish it didn't. I kind of wish we stuck to just ships this one time.
Or, extract them, because it used to be an extraction station. See? And of course, if you've already been testing on PTU or watching others on Twitch and YouTube, you know your troubles don't end there, because the massive Vanduul Mauler is tired of these guys' shit and don't seem to care which humans are which. So bug out or stand your ground if you can. The choice is up to you. Tactical Strike Groups is the most exciting step yet in realizing the fullest potential of Star Citizen's breadth of flyable combat ships. And like sandbox content such as Align and Mine, operations like Onyx Facilities and Rockcracker, events like Race for Stanton, or even Pyro's Contested Zones, Tactical Strike Groups is not a one-time release, but a new benchmark in the kinds of feature
I was like, where's he going with this?
Content that we can continue to build on for subsequent patches as we continue building out our universe on this journey to 1.0 and beyond.
Okay, yeah, so it's just not a one-time thing. No big deal. Here we go.
Alongside this new content is a new feature that looks to change overall fleet gameplay in new and interesting ways, and that's the addition of ship hangar services.
All right, I have a question about this for you, the community. Have you used the new insurance And for example, I think with mining ships, one of the big things that can happen to you when mining is your mining bags could get blown off or blown up or something, or your gadgets can get blown up or blown off, or just fail. Like you've used all their uses. If you go and repair, does it replace them? Because when I've tried that in the PTU so far, it has not replaced anything that has fallen off my ship or I have taken off. So all it really does, no to the bag, surges, yeah. Okay. I wonder how much RMC it's using for a surge. So all it's really doing is the visual damage stuff, which also does have a damage number, of course. So yeah. You've seen it fix wings like hornet tails. That's important too. I'm curious, like, because as a miner, one of the cool things that could be added there is you don't need to bring empty bags. You can produce empty bags for people. See what I'm getting at?
Where select ships in 4.8 will be able to offer repairs, refueling, and rearming to any ship that lands in its bays. Provided, of course, that they have the requisite stock sitting aboard. Now, it's great for obvious ships like the Idris and the Polaris, but it's also coming to the Carrack.
To be honest, I don't think this is important, someone says in chat. Probably not, but it's kind of cool. So, yeah, to be able to repair, refuel, rearm inside ships. The reason you don't think it's important is because you've never done fleet ship combat, probably. Like, imagine not having to go to ArcCorp 141 and deal with somebody like, if you're fighting against a group around Daymar, you're probably going to go to ArcCorp 141 to repair. And then you don't. And then, like, when you go there, the moment you leave, someone's going to be attacking you or trying to not let you land, things like that. If you can go to your Idris that's off grid somewhere to repair there, it actually kind of has some use cases. It's very limited stuff, guys. It's cool, but is it necessary right now? No.
The Starlancer TAC, and fancy ships like the 600i and 890 Jump. Now, of course, I'm not suggesting you bring your 890 Jump into combat situations, but you could. And if you're like me, you would.
Well, you've also made the stats so it like doesn't
new
die,
refueling
right?
missions are arriving in Alpha 4.8, designed to help aspiring Good Samaritans begin their careers of helpful service to others. Now, when NPCs take their eye off the gauge, you have new opportunities to get them on their way once more. This is super useful for a ship like the Starfarer, as well as this cute, adorable little guy you might recognize from its recent reveal on social media. You keep expecting the eyes to pop out like a Pixar car. No, not, yeah, that's better.
I don't, they gave enough time to the refueling missions. They probably gave more time to them than they deserve. I feel very strongly that they're not that interesting or useful or cool, and I really hope they focus on a sandbox activity there.
Now, from new ships to one of our oldest, the Drake Caterpillar is finally getting its fabled command module functionality in the upcoming Alpha 4.8.
I think this might have more functionality than, like, what is 4.8, guys? A bunch of random features that nobody really needs, but are kind of on the list to do, and they're clearing off like a to-do list. That's kind of what 4.8 feels like, right?
With this, you can leave your ship planetside and scatter around while others unload, abandon unruly crewmates for their poor behavior, or smile as you discover a loophole in Drake's no escape pod mantra, and live to fight another day. It's also worth noting this.
As I've pointed out in Week in Review this week, you will not live to fight another day because this thing flies so incredibly slow. So unless something has changed, it goes below 1,000 meters per second in nav. So I really hope they adjust that part because I think this is the main focus for it. Did they make it faster? Perfect. What's the top speed now? Because I haven't played in a couple days now. So I've missed the last, like, I think 1 or 2 PTUs. They bumped it up to 1,100. You're still not getting away from any interceptors, are
Command
you?
module is coming to 2 other vehicles launching in next week's patch. I wonder what those could be.
Ooh, dude, it looks... The cargo area looks small, but we know it's not.
There's a host of new FP.
Literally the best part, right here. Best part of the patch. Best part of the patch, plasma grenades. Saying it.
items, including new plasma grenades for blowing things up. New G-force resistant flight suits that daring pilots may want to
Why did Jared say for blowing things up? It's for area denial, Jared. Duh.
consider over flying in bulkier armors all the time.
I like the flight
And then
suits,
the main
too.
event, the Novia crossbow.
No, the crossbow is not the main event. The plasma grenade is the main event. Get out of here.
Now you can put a pin in bad folks, good folks, and anyone that just annoys you in style with this retro-inspired, futuristic death dealer. And then, of course, there's our co-main event. A big ship combat release like tactical strike groups may...
The new Drake shoot was in the EVA part? Did I miss it? Oh, yeah, there it is. Looks like the picture, right?
Co-main event. A big ship combat release
Co-main event, he's going to get to Xenothreat after this.
like tactical strike groups may highlight a few gaps in your fleet. Well, DefenseCon is here to fill your holes.
Yep. I heard it too.
After Invictus
Guys, if we don't get fire in the game, ban Jared.
went home to Saul, DefenseCon is stepping up to celebrate the everyday heroes who truly make the universe a better and safer place.
And strippers.
Maybe without the stuffy heavy-handedness of the UEE Navy. That means fire and attitude as DefenseCon presents the latest in combat spec. And since we're in the middle of DefenseCon Reveal Week on social media, let's take a look at some of the ships on offer during this year's event. The Drake Pitbull, with more guns than common sense, perhaps. The Origin M80, proving that looks can kill.
I think
The Miss Starlight, saying
the M80 looks better in that in-game video than in any of the pictures so far, I think.
not all heroes blow things up. The Aegis Tiburon, which
The what?
The Aegis Tiburon, which, I'm just gonna say it, it's a shark with a frickin' laser beam on its head. And then, of course,
That's the Hammerhead variant. That is not a Hammerhead variant. That is its own thing. That had its own look. I why do I want
things
it?
up. The Aegis Tiburon, which, I'm just gonna say it, it's a shark with a frickin' laser beam on its head. And then, of course, the
Why do I want it?
Caterpillar.
All right, I want to see cargo a little bit more.
And the
Hold on.
beam on its head. And then, of course, the Caterpillar.
The landing gear looks awesome. How, dude? They're putting cargo in the front, and it's got a ramp. Kill me now. Kill me now. And these might be on some sort of a rail system. But the door does look big. I just want people to understand what my frustrations are. If you've ever loaded a C2, you would understand the problem with this. You need it to be really low to the ground. So the cargo floor is at eye level or close to it. So you're able to place the stuff down more easily. What was so exciting about this ship is like everything kind of went in and appeared to go in this top thing. So if you're not able to use this tractor beam and grab from the ground easily and bring in, then it kind of loses a lot of its luster because you're going to be on the ground trying to place in and down, which is really uncomfortable and never works. So, yeah, we'll see. It's probably better to throw up to this tractor beam to somebody else Yeah, there is a walkable area on top, so it really comes down to how it might work. I would have loved to see, I don't know, like a rail tractor system that goes down and that you can move up. But yeah.
And the Iron Shad Assault from Drake. The latter of which is getting the same hangar services we discussed before, and all things working out like they should.
Oh my God, did you see how many guns were on that?
Coming to PTU on Monday, May 11th, for existing owners to fly first. Yay! Of course, there's one more ship making its concept debut at DefenseCon this year, and that's the Anvil Odin battlecruiser. Now, not much has been revealed at this point beyond, yes, it really is twice the size of the Javelin. But you can get 3 different first glimpses of it tomorrow, May 8th, in the weekly newsletter, social media, and even in the PTU if you know where to look. DefenseCon really is...
He said look up. So if anybody remembers, the Perseus was up. So yeah, you're going to go to the Area 18 building, which is directly across from when you take the tram. You're going to go to the building directly across. There's an elevator. If you walk up the stairs to your left, and you're going to take it to the top floor. Okay, that's how you're going to see this for people who may be unfamiliar with where to go.
Holding nothing back this year, unlike those stuffy UEE folks. Did I do it right? Drake. No, that's backwards. Nope, that's backwards again. Oh my God. That's a D? That's a D, right? So it's easy to see that there's a lot going on in 4.8. And like 4.7 before it, this also extends to the weeks after release, with additional Defend location missions coming in 4.81, some Alien Week festivities in 4.82, and if you haven't heard, the return of Xenothreat in 4.83.
3.
These guys just really don't care for those pro-alien celebrations. Kind of. All in all, next week's patch is chock full of content that'll carry us through to 4.9 in July, all led by TSG and DefenseCon. And in that new DefenseCon spirit of sharing things early, let's carry that over and talk about the rest of 2026 for a bit.
Whoa,
now, throughout
okay.
the remainder of this year, we intend to deliver the newly reworked and fully instanced debut of Siege of Orison, the new Genesis-built planets of the Nyx system, Star
Of the Nyx system. That means not your Stanton system planets, not your Pyro planets. So just keep those expectations where they are. Just Nyx to start, that's fine. Not complaining, just to be very clear. Just making sure you're hearing it correctly.
and Starkitect goodness, the enormous multi-staged instance municipal works operation, a whole bunch of new ships and vehicles and additional gameplay features and quality of life improvements. There's an Apex Sandballa car that can literally pop its head out at any moment. And of course, as if anybody could forget, Squadron 42. There's a lot we got going on for the
Okay. That is the closest confirmation ever, and it's still not a good idea. I hate it.
remainder of this year.
I really hate it. I really don't like that they're doing this. I think it's a very bad idea.
And for that reason, we've made the decision not to host a CitizenCon event for 2026.
Even crazier. Repeat that part again, okay?
Squadron 42. Throughout the remainder of this year, we intend to deliver the newly reworked and fully instanced debut of Siege of Orison, the new Genesis-built planets of the Nyx system, Starware and Starkitect goodness, the enormous multi-staged instance municipal works operation,
cool.
A whole bunch of new ships and vehicles and additional gameplay features and quality of life improvements. There's an Apex Sandballa car that can literally pop its head out at any moment.
Okay.
And of course, as if anybody could forget, Squadron 42. There's a lot we got going on for the remainder of this year. And for that reason, we've made the decision not to host a CitizenCon event for 2026, either in person, digital, direct, or otherwise. It's a decision born out of how important these two games are to everyone on both sides of these projects. And while we'll certainly miss getting to meet so many...
As somebody who's covered it every year, and had a lot of success covering it every year. I love this. Thank you. That does not suck. That means they're putting the game first and sales second.
Many of you at once, we do encourage you to check out the Bar Citizen World Tour that's well underway, because we always enjoy every opportunity we get to meet you and hear your stories. For instance, I'm going to Amsterdam in a couple weeks. Come find me and tell me how your TSG experiences went. For Inside Star Citizen, I'm Jared Huckabee. As always, thank you for letting us share the people and process of game development with you. And we'll see you here next week at DefenseCon.
I mean, we'll see you here tomorrow at an SCL, I believe, right? Is what? Oh no, yes, but it's the pre-recorded SCL. But yeah, that I never thought they'd have the balls to do it, to be honest, to just completely say no, because it's just so important for them to make money, and money is really important for them to finish the game. So you can read into that any way you want, and that is maybe they are further along than we think. And maybe they just want to put their heads down and dedicate to it, because it takes Chris away, it takes Aaron away, it takes like the big guys away for like at least a week, right? So that's a big deal, man. That's a really good thing to hear, and I just don't want to see it released in 2026 because I think it's already too late, and competing against the news cycle of GTA is going to be a problem, and you kind of have to wait until it calms down. So even if you get ahead of it, you're going to hurt your sales if you're close enough to it. So I'm just, you're never going to get like the eyes that you want. And because no matter what, like I see people saying, why does it matter? Because the entire media and social media and gaming community will be 100% focused on that one game, regardless if it's a PC game, regardless if it's a space game or not. It doesn't matter. They are going to be, for at least 2 to 3 weeks, maybe more, maybe the entire fall, will be completely focused on one game and nobody else. That's it. So who knows, man? What their plans are, what they're trying to do, but love the idea of no CitizenCon and focus on the game. Love some of the stuff that's coming. It sounds kind of cool. Outside of that, it's just another year for Star Citizen, right? And until Squadron 42 comes out, it's another typical Star Citizen year, which hasn't pushed as fast as anybody wants. And we all want to see this Squadron 42 come out and see what they do when they don't have that looming over their shoulders. We saw the article from Chris that the focus will be on getting 1.0 out after Squadron, and that's big. So that's all we need to know. And with that, I'd say good ISC covers everything that we needed to know and more. And let me know what you think is the most exciting thing that was said there. For me, the municipal work sounds interesting. Multi-stage. Wonder what that's all about.